Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Zach from XIFU. So, if you are watching with me, appreciate if you can help me to click the like buttons for me. Help me to share this out. Again, a quick disclaimer: this section here, we are not doing any buy and sell call. So, if you want to trade any stock based on discussion this morning, make sure you got one trading plan. All right. Now, again, we're going to look into the overall market conditions today. Looks like today only the oil, okay, or oil and gas is moving, energy sector is moving, due to the, I believe mainly due to the ongoing war between Israel and Iran. Okay, so the rest looks like didn't have much of a movement. I didn't really check this morning because I'm focusing dialogue and hangman, as you can see from our telegrams there. Now, if you look into the IPM KLCI against markets started to kind of like slowing down. Okay, actually, it's not very strong momentum also for the past 2 weeks as well. Looks like they're going to be tested around 1500. So again, remain the same things above 1500. I think should be okay, safe. Okay, but no much momentum is happening over here. Okay, so hopefully when they hit to 150 again, they rebound it and try higher next round. Okay, now let's look into the overall sectors indices. Mostly is in red, plantation is in green. Well, I guess the rest is in red actually. Okay, of course, energy today green. So that's why we can see Heng Yuan la, Hibiscus la, Dialogue la. Okay, they are moving. Okay, so the rest is quiet. Okay, now if you got any stocks, do let me know in the comments below, because to be fair with you, this morning I think nothing much is only oil is moving and it's moved already. Last Friday we do talk about it. I think last week we do talk about it, especially I think Heng Yuan and Petro M. If you miss today, mostly at resistance already, because morning opens, Heng Yuan is already at resistance now for forming a shooting star. Now, personally for me, I already exit partially on Friday. Later on, probably I will take everything because let's see whether after that it's got pullback or only I consider for re-entry. Dialogue, I almost entered Friday. I queued, I think slightly lower. What's the price I queued already? I forgot also. Yeah, I think I queued somewhere around 155, if I'm not mistaken, but it didn't hit. This morning gap out, so I decided not to chase first. Okay, for dialogue. Hibiscus also, I think one of the user in our Telegram, he do mention enter for Hibiscus. Actually, closing is very nice as well. You notice the volume is pretty good, but unfortunately today also 7% up already, right? So most of the time when you're up like this, probably you will have a little bit of profit taking later on. So maybe doing profit takings, if you decide I want to enter, you enter from there. Okay, this is my plan. Okay, so I miss out dialogue, but I'm still watching it. Who knows, later on maybe you'll slow down a little bit. Using hourly charting would be nice. 30-minute charting would be nice. Usually for momentum market like this, I think it's good we look into the intraday chart. Of course, right now it's the first 30 minutes of the day, so I don't think you can see anything yet. If you want to, you can switch to 15-minute chart or maybe 5-minute chart, because now it's the first 30 minutes, so I use 5 minutes. But later on, maybe after lunchtime, it turns to around 2 or 3 p.m. onwards. Okay, probably I will start to use 30-minute or hourly chart. Okay, to see whether is there any nice pullback is forming in intraday chart or not. Okay, so that's potentially the plan I have, okay, for all the oil and gas. Okay, now let's see some of the stock that you have for me. Then we go to trade signal that we end our section this morning. Okay, Joel, good morning. XIFU Z, good morning. When my turn, please comment on NetGates. Okay, so yes, NetGates. NetGates I didn't really follow lah, huh? Oh, okay. Now I know why I didn't follow. Okay, technically trend-wise still good. Okay, trend-wise still good. Okay, but okay, now normally I don't like this kind of candles. When they drop with some volume type of candles. Okay, I'm referring to this candle. I think the other day suddenly big drop, right, with volume, but they're able to push back to 40 MA. Okay, now not too bad, but of course not super good right now. Still at this moment here, I a bit unsure what is the trend now. Also macam tercantik already. Okay, I am still a bit unsure what they are trying to do right now. Okay, because yes, we got this kind of weakness candle. Okay, forming. I'm not sure whether you're looking for entry exit. Okay, I'm not sure you're looking for entry exit. But okay, now let's look into weekly chart and see I can get any information. Okay, so here PSC we got one inverse pullback. Okay, so this one I have to take notes. We got one inverse pullback here. So inverse pullback, which means like this. Okay, drop, rebound, okay, but cannot break previous support, drop. Okay, so here again, form of previous support, goes up, resistance, okay, fail to go through. Okay, now trend wise it's not that great. Long term wise, it's not that great. Okay, so yeah, something you have to take notes. Okay, so maybe you want to keep everything in short term first. Okay, which is looking back to a daily chart. Okay, weekly chart not so nice. Okay, weekly chart not so nice. So okay, now if you really want to trade or really if you're really keen, okay, so yeah, this I think will be serve you as a pretty good support at this moment here, which is I think around this is previous resistance. Okay, here, okay, here. Now turn to here, turn to here. Okay, so 1.4 you monitor 1.4. Anything above 1.4, I think still good. Okay, so yeah, I think here to here still give you a very good risk to ratio. Okay, at least got some meat to eat, right? If you really keen on that gates. Okay, but again, don't hold for long term if you want to, because weekly chart wise the trend looks like it's still not so great at this moment. Okay, so maybe I want to focus on this range first. Okay, now let's into Gamuda. Gamuda trend resistance, right? Wow, still haven't crossed yet. Okay, well, this is a very stubborn resistance. Okay, now I think JC have been asking Gamuda since when Gamuda still here, right? So I think my view current still the same, and if you notice the chart is still the same, right? Even though yes, it have more candles because more days, but they are still the same around the area. Okay, so for me, this level 477, okay, or maybe you can make it to 480 area, okay, is still a strong resistance. Okay, if you want to exit, again, not doing any buy and sell call, are not qualified to do so. Welcome, Joel. This is an area good for partial profits. Okay, this is a good area for partial profit because it's one of the main resistance. Okay, so next one will be here. Okay, 488. Okay, 490. Okay, 490 is the next resistance probably you should look into. Okay, but currently, yes, looks like they are trying for a couple of weeks already. Okay, again, good for partial profit. I like to do partial profits strategy because, yes, first is reach resistance. Technically, logically, most of the time it will back to support. Okay, but again, sometimes you make a follow through. So this is what we call breakout, right? So the next thing, most of the time I look into this level here. Okay, so this resistance level, but at this moment I don't see any major weakness. Of course, here we got one shooting star. Okay, this candle here on 12th June. Okay, you can see one tail going up, right? But this is not a very big shooting star, and the volume is not very high. Okay, so worst come to worst for me, maybe they will back to this support sideways before they try again. Okay, it will take another 1-2 months time. Right, so for me, still got opportunity to make a follow through, but since it hit resistance, they try for I think 1, 2, 3 times at least. Good to lock some profits. Okay, again, that's my opinion. So my strategy, normally, if I face this kind of situation. Okay, Yap Seng said, good morning, Sifu Zach. Number one, can you please comment SCG Okay, what is your take on coming week's Bursa index since the war is ongoing? Okay, now going back to Bursa Malaysia first. This is again normally when I start my section, I look into it. Okay, now doesn't matter on the war or not, because the war I think is going to impact several sectors. Of course, yes, the big one will impact most of the market, but this one looks like still okay, right? Don't have much impact. Of course, oil and gas is really moving since last Friday. Now, if you look into the IBM over IBM KLCI, okay, there are a few things to look into. First of all, potentially there will be a reversal from this downtrend since last year, 2024. Overall, okay, it is stable, but it didn't show a very strong momentums. Okay, now for me, most important, crucial for me is that they stay above 1500. Okay, they stay above this gap. okay, which is turned to previously is a resistance, now turned to potentially a new support area already. So as long as above 1500, still great for me, all right, but don't expect a very super so-called bullish movement. Okay, so here, yes, previously from April until May, okay, we do have some rally, okay, but not all sector moving. The time I think is only tech, okay, doing pretty good. Construction, of course, and some of the property also doing pretty good. Okay, now deep pullbacks. Okay, but if you notice here, the pullbacks, we haven't really seen a very strong confirmation on this so-called deep pullbacks yet. Okay, so I cannot really tell, 2-3 weeks from now, but maybe somehow this week it will still continue with a bit slightly boring, and I think most probably they will back to 1500 to retest again this support. Okay, so yeah, so this week I think will be a slow week. Again, monitor Kelsey at 1500, I think is still good to look for some short-term opportunities. Okay, now let's into SCGBSG. Okay, still strong. Okay, still strong. No weakness so far. Okay, now this one, I can say is a bit similar like Gamuda, but this one make a breakout. Okay, so here. Okay, so here it tested few weeks in a row, right? So yeah, Gamuda at this phase. Okay, Gamuda at this right now. Okay, this is for JC lah. Gamuda is here right now. Okay, again, not sure whether they will drop to back to support, but this one support very close previously, so okay. Okay, now if you ask me SCGBS, they good setups. Okay, they're trying to, of course, when they break, I don't see any major weakness at this moment. Okay, I haven't seen that yet, and of course now they are testing another resistance lah. Okay, probably will again sideway around here for some time before another follow through. Okay, so at this moment here, I'm not sure you're looking for entry exit. Okay, for Yap Sing, 1.30 is an immediate good support that you should monitor. So if let's say they cannot hold 1.30, maybe the momentum will slow down a bit, but this one is still in a very nice reaccumulation. Okay, but at this moment here, I don't see weakness. There's a chance for them to make a follow through again. Okay, so that's my view for SCGBHD. Okay, if let's say there's no questions, probably I just look into some of the trade signal that we have. Let's see anything that we can pick up from today. Mostly energy related. So all this all this jalan, those oil and gas jalan, your decide whether you want to chase or not. For me, I still interested in dialogue, but probably not at this price. Okay, so I will see 3 p.m. later whether got a good opportunity or not. Okay, welcome Yap Sing. So okay, Usma. Among all, the setup is not that great, but got volume coming in. Okay. Okay, high biscuit we all know 7% up already. So tapi tengok, unless later go pullback. Okay, later towards the afternoon go healthy pullback, then okay lah. We see a chance or not. Banana. Okay. Hangman is nice. Hopefully you all got enter a bit also. Hangman last Friday. Wasco Bole didn't really move much. Okay, but I still prefer dialogue. But let's see how lah. Okay, let's say later back to 162, 161. Let's see got chance or not to enter around the area. Okay, PCAM. Okay, PCAM haven't jalan yet. Volume wise, macam no much momentum. Oh, the other one is Petro M. Okay, but Petro M last Friday also jalan a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay lah, this one also lah, tak apa lah. Okay, so let's say there's no questions from you. I think I'll end my section this morning over here. Just a quick, short one. Okay, again, I have Telegram. Join Telegram for more discussion. Sometimes when I saw something nice, for example, like Hengren Petro M or last week, I'll post it in the Telegram for more discussions. With this, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.